Here are some tips for your NPC men's physique competitors. Men's physique in the NPC is about an overall look. It starts from the shorts to the body to your hair. You know, it's an overall presentation. I like to start with condition. You know, you want to have a lean, athletic build with muscular build, but not too muscular. You want to be conditioned, lean, and cut, but not too dry, vascular, or too hard. Symmetry is also a very big factor. You want to make sure your body is balanced overall. So during your training, you want to make sure all of the muscles are proportioned to your frame. I feel like physique is a shoulder to. So some people are blessed with wider shoulders, not like myself. I'm not as wide as some of the other guys. So I have to learn how to position myself properly, which takes me into my next division of men's physique, which is the posing and presentation. This is something that I pay very close attention to detail with because, like I said, I'm not the widest guy and I'm not the most muscular guy. So when I'm standing beside bigger competitors, I have to learn how to angle myself to look and give the illusion of being wider in width. So positioning your hips, positioning your shoulders. Everybody knows what their best shot is. When you're in the gym and you got a pump, you look in the mirror and you know what your best shot is. For me, I like this shot from the side because it shows my waist and my shoulder width. Within NPC criteria, I've created kind of my own style of posing, mostly with my transitions. What I try to do is hit a pose, but hit 3 shots or 2 shots within one pose. So if you ever see me on stage, I'm never really straight on. I am straight on for the judges so they can see my number and my physique properly, but I also will manipulate or maneuver my hips to make me look angular. This makes me look angular. What this gives is the judges an opportunity from the left side or the right side to see my body and my muscles move. What happens when muscles move? It makes music. From the front shot, I then transition by leading with my arm, shoulder, into the second shot, which is like a quarter turn essentially. I know in the NPC they want you to do the front and back, but in the pro division, we have a little bit more time where we can step and turn to the side. This will show my waist being small, shoulders and chest looking full, giving the illusion of width. As I go to the back, again I lead with my hand and my shoulder. I turn around, I go straight on with the back, showing enough width with my lats, not spreading or opening, but enough that you can see detail in the middle, depth and width. I then, with this one pose, tilt a little bit, which again gives the illusion of being angular, and then I come around, showing my side and back to the front. Another key thing is your confidence. When you walk on stage, you have to show the audience and the judges that you're confident, you're ready to be there, and that shows in your posing. If you show weakness, you're going to hold back. You're going to turn in. You know, be proud, be strong, be confident. You know, learn how to expose your strengths and hide your weaknesses. Let's talk about shorts. Shorts are a very important part of this division. Some people wear things that are a little bit too loud and extravagant. I choose to wear something that's a little bit more simple. What you want to do is put the focus on your physique and your presentation as opposed to the loudness of your shorts. You want to get a pair of shorts that fit the criteria, which sits right above the knee, okay, and that is suitable for your skin tone and for your structure. If you notice, most of my shows, actually all of my shows, I've worn the same shorts and the same color scheme. I feel like a mint green jumps off and makes my physique pop the most. So you gotta find what makes your physique pop the most. Just like your training and your nutrition, supplementation is very important. I try to keep things basic and simple. I like to use a lot of amino acids. I choose to use our product by Allmax called Amino Core, which is a huge breakdown of branched chain amino acids and all the amino acids that I need for vigorous workouts, recovery, preservation of muscle, and recruiting new muscle tissue. My pre-workout is based on a product called Muscle Prime, 5 grams of arginine powder, 200 milligrams of Allmax caffeine, And that's really it. My post-workout is Isoflex or Iso Natural, which is an isolate protein powder by Allmax, absorbs fast. Then, during my workout, I use our new product called Carbion. I like to use the key lime cherry product because it tastes the best, it's refreshing, and it's glycogen restoration. My training consists of lots of heavy weights, as heavy as I can go. You know, people think that men's physique competitors aren't training, you know, intense, or we're doing, you know, CrossFit exercises. What's nice about my training now is that I still train like a bodybuilder, but my nutrition is manipulated. I don't eat as much as I used to because I'm not trying to put on mass. I still train very heavy to my ability, a lot of drop sets, very intense. That's the way I feel like my muscles stay full looking. And I also have incorporated a lot of SAQ training, which is speed, agility, and quickness techniques, where there's a lot of turf work on prowlers and sleds, explosive movements, plyometrics. This is what I've chosen to use for my cardio now, instead of doing the standard steady state cardio where it gets kind of boring on a treadmill or Stairmaster. I still use those pieces of equipment, but I find that I retain more muscle and burn more fat with explosive movements like sprinting or working in a gym like this. I've incorporated some boxing and MMA cardio programs into my program, and you saw the results at the Olympia this year. My closing words to you today is this. Go on NPCnewsonline.com, look at what's going on in the men's physique culture in the NPC. Follow mine and many other pros' journeys on how we've got here today, and take a chance. You know, I couldn't tell you that I would have ever been an IFBB pro or the Olympia Showdown champion, ever. But I took a chance. I competed in men's physique. I fell in love with it, and my life has changed tremendously. I'd like to send some shout outs to Bev Francis, Powerhouse Gym here, the East Coast Mecca, Big Steve Weinberger, for all your encouragement and support. NPCnewsonline.com, Frank Sepe, Rob, you guys holding it down. Very impressed with the site. Tons of content for you guys out there. My sponsor is Allmax Nutrition for giving me the supplements I need to be a champion. Decor Clothing for making me look like a star. Eat to Grow for feeding me. My coach George Farah for making magic. My friends, family, four-time Mr. Olympia Jay Cutler for being my mentor and best friend. And to you guys for supporting me.